I had to cancel my first stream, or not cancel it, but I feel like I made like a foundation. So I'm gonna get to the meat and the potatoes. Alright. All information is scattered around. So you have to know that when you see the rain, okay, you don't see what the clouds did. You don't really know what parts of the ocean got evaporated up and made that particular. You don't know how that inner working works. You just know the rain happened. Okay, all these things happen without your notice, like without your knowledge. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that what you have in front of you sometimes is not always what makes that tick. Okay, meaning what you have in front of you is not always what makes you tick. You believe in uh money, huh? Moon, moony, because it comes from the term of moon and like mundane, moon. Okay, that's not. But I just want to show you like like that sound, that those frequencies pretty much will always carry around that same energy. That particular structure of those words have an alignment. So like be warned, you can be warned, and your clothes can be worn. Okay, don't do that. Don't. Uh, I'm. It's like when I say that, it's like I know that they completely sound different, but why would they have the same structure spelling wise? Why would the word spelling have the word spell in it? Okay, and then when they project onto the television to you their depiction, they have a certain cast. Okay, they have a certain cast in front of you. Okay, you you can cast a fishing rod. Okay, and then you can hook a fish the same way you could lay a hook. Keep the person listening to the next verse on the track. Those words are not there for no reason. They're not there for no reason. So you have to go and dig a little bit deeper so you can get an understanding. If you don't understand the bottoms of things, yo, then how do you get uh, a mountaintop perception of your town? Okay, if you if you actually helped build your whole town and then you went on top of the mountain and then you looked at your town, you would understand your town a lot better than if you went to the top of the mountain and saw your town and did no work on it. It would be two different levels of understanding. So I'm saying, don't challenge me the way I challenge myself to get better. I don't care if someone else doesn't believe me or whatever the case is. I'm saying that there's information there for you. There's information out there so you may uh, explore on your own. I'm trying. All right. I cannot follow one's path for them. I will. I won't. I won't. It's yours. It's not mine. Not mine. No, it's not. It's not to be like that. But I don't want the responsibility added on to my own priorities, which I've allotted to me. You should do the same. Okay. So the end of what I'm trying to get to, of the words, is be careful what you say to yourself. Be careful. Careful. Be it. Like the letter B. Like booty and breast. and butt. Okay, uh, behind and back. Okay. Gotta be what you think. So if you want to be, don't be wealthy and money. Trust me, that's not happiness. You'll kill yourself. You had all the money you wanted to be wealthy, and don't be wealthy and money. I'm done. Oh, it's time. I love that time. Probably get some Cavassier, some yak or something. I don't know. I might make some elixir. Much time I got? Alright, start at 5. Good, so don't bullshit. There is a theory called the flat earth theory. I don't care if you believe it or not. It's all about opening your mind. See, whether you believe it or you don't believe it, it just shows that you was open-minded enough to look at it. That's all that matters, is that you are open-minded enough to look at it. And anyone who's open-minded enough to look at it, you understand that? Anyone who's open-minded enough to look at it, they get a whole perception. Because right now you have this one-sided perception, and then they told you when you was in school, yo, that there was this big debate that went on a long time ago. So then people argue, like the people that was arguing back then had Google. They act like back then, you know what I'm saying? Like we were in the best time of our intellect. We were not in the best time of that. We were in a time where men for control greedily, and they said whatever they had to say to get the most control, from up under you, from whatever, you know. So I say that because if I had an intention, let's say if my intention was to get as many views as I possibly wanted to get or something, then I wouldn't have 0 views watching this right now. Like, facts. Zero. I'm watching this. It's not for you. It's for me. It's for me. It's not for you. It's for me. So I don't have to go back later and revisit my mind the way I could just huh? Okay. If Christ was a Jew, then how are they Christians that aren't Jewish? If the original Jews, the Levites, you know what I'm saying, like if the original Jews were Levites in that way, still Levites, why is it that there were no, uh, you know, black Zionists or black Khazarians or Khazars or Ashkenazis? Because that is not for you to gain hold of it. If you could gain hold of as a you know, a heavily pigmented to your own knowledge, your original knowledge, you could feel it, and that's the difference between who has the information and the people who don't have the information. The people who don't have the information can feel the information, and the people who don't, like, who actually do have this access, they're probably more nullified through their own course of life, you know what I'm saying, to feel it. So I'll show you. Have you ever seen uh, a person who can dance, like really dance, like that, take your breath away type of expression? You can't teach that. You can't. That doesn't have a set of steps for you to learn how to feel the music. You know what I'm saying? Up until recently, this was a constant thing amongst the melanated. Like now it's a shared thing. Now like Justin Timberlake could dance, and it's not that they can't. It's not that they can't. But look at Bieber. Look at Bieber for real. He's the real truth. He's like they can do one, not the other. If they can do one and the other, it's May. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to watch like as a lyricist growing up listening to hip hop like before 50 Cent and shit, man. Like really listening to hip hop like because I didn't have music I could identify with other than that. Okay, so when I see like how quick they throw up Eminem, it's like Eminem is nice, but that's because you don't listen to hip hop. You didn't listen to rap as long as I did because you would know that there's Everlast. You would know that there's just so many of them, like so many good, Caucasian rappers that you don't. It's like he was just different for the time that he came out. He was different for the for what for what the melanated was allowed to do. Like he got away with stuff that you couldn't get away with. Actually being melanated at that particular time. Like if Ice Cube would have said any of the things that he would have said, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. If cut that out. He got away with murder, yo. Like he could really talk murder stuff, and then it's like he go to jail, he come back out, he got 30,000 more fans, 30 million fans or more, or some. But it's like Sean, Sean went to jail for something he didn't even do. He didn't get no respect out of that. None. They act like he did it, you know. But that's hip hop. That's like real hip hop. So the reason why I say that is because like people of today, they don't live in a real world. They made up one so that they could live in it and survive in it. They not honest. They not loyal. They don't have ethnics. They have no real ethnics in their self. But they'll walk around and talk about, oh, I'm a woke. You don't share with anyone. You don't share with anyone without someone giving to you first 85%. How long could you do that before it drove you crazy? A day? 2 days of giving people, oh, I don't have nothing for myself, because you are not abundant thinking. You know what I'm saying? You don't have an understanding that the universe is limitless and that you have no possessions anyway. Dr. Wayne Dyer, I'm gonna try to say this right. Uh, we are not human beings living a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings living a human experience. Okay? So it means why you here, live like you ready to die, yo. Like live like you know you're ready to die. And that gives you so much of a breath of life afterwards. Like if you've been at your lowest and then you heard a joke, that joke is just funny because it's funny. It's not it feels like the best laugh you ever had in your life because it's like, you were down and it just snuck in there. You actually kind of mad that it made you feel good at a time when you was feeling low. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. No matter where you at in life right now, if you're feeling a certain lostness or, like you just lost or you're just no direction, that's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm telling you that certain frequencies right now is being made sure you can't think straight. So that you idolize Black China and want to be a stripper because you see her with fucking piles of dollars. You know? Is that what your life is? Your pride is your that's what it means to sell your soul. Is it worth it to you? Is it worth it to you to be contracted for an amount of money, because I'm invaluable. I'm invaluable, yo. You can't buy me. Slavery over. Slavery over. You can't buy me. It's over. Okay? So understand that amongst yourselves, like, think it. Or let me say this. Achieve, believe, conceive. And anything more than that is deception. To be deceived. Okay? ABC. Achieve, believe, conceive. Anything more than that is deception, and it's deceiving you. Okay? All you need to do is take control of your breath. Okay? And then you take a deep breath in through your nose. Have you ever played karate when you were a kid? And you're like, ah, oh, okay? When you actually go into that, there's a certain flex that you feel. It's a certain flex you feel, okay? And that tensing is you actually adding a density into your body, okay? Now, if you know anything about density, the density is like close molecules and shit, alright? But the thing is, this is hot. It's expanding. So, to expand, you have to relax. And to be cold, you have to contract a little bit, okay? So, you completely relax your body to let it warm up. And then, from your fingertips, you may have to wiggle until you can feel that tension. That you might have to wiggle, and then you want to start to bring that wiggle down your elbow, down your back, down your wings, in your spine. You always want it to align from shoulders, from both sides. And, okay? From there, you can drop it back down to your lower chakra. If you can bring it there, okay? You hear that? You could start to unrelease those blockages, okay? Now, I would tell you to start a meditative state, which means with just placing your feet on the ground, squatting, just maintaining a balance between the toes and the balls of your feet. Breathing deep. But the moment that you can isolate that that is the real connection. You don't need drugs. You don't need... You just need good old oxygen. And you can connect from right there. It's the longer apart that you've done it, so if you hadn't done it for 2 weeks, it's going to be kind of rough each time. So if you've never done it, I warn you, you may need to do this in a sitting position when you start to channel that chi into your chakras, because it's gonna like flush it out. It's gonna flush it out. Where I'm at, I'm gonna go for another minute. Eat things that are natural and make you feel good. So I don't think McDonald's makes anyone feels good. Not to talk about Mickey D's or something, but I mean just like naturally as a fuel, I don't see it as going in your body as being life. So let me elaborate. If you ate an apple, that apple had to be a seed that grew into a tree that had to mature and then eventually bear a fruit that was good enough to be presented to you. It had to. You cannot live without eating life. So make sure that all that you eat has some kind of life form. Sugars and cookies and shit. Pardon my French, but that didn't have no life. That come from a lab. Okay, and didn't have a life. So the whole concept of I'm vegan, I'm not vegan. Eat your food. And if that fucking pig died already or some shit, I'm sorry. It's a waste. If you don't eat it, the bacteria gonna eat it. Bacteria gonna eat it, and It's gonna go back to nature one way or form another, and as a form of mold and bacteria and rot, or you know, a life that gives you life today. Don't consciously throw those thoughts in your brain, okay? Don't throw those thoughts of negativity in your brain. Like, if you you know, if you hungry, eat, but don't be like trying to like badger yourself about the damn chicken's life. If the chicken is dead already, it's dead already. It's been dead. It's been dead. Eat it. You know what I'm saying? If not, don't eat it. Somebody else need to eat that chicken so they could live. You know what I'm saying? Like, life equals life. I'm not saying, yeah. So, oh, life equals life. Okay. Water has to be running. Running still water has no life. Stagnant water. Right? So I'm gonna say I love you. God love you. And don't work too hard. I'll try over the next, I actually want to do more videos. I will try over the next you know, channeling to really like, I have a lot of points, but I have too many points to bring to one head, and I guess I'm gonna keep trying to do that. Maybe I may make this my museum uh, season one tracks until I get it back. Next time I have a shirt on. When I tell you that Jesus is not what you think it is, it doesn't mean that you should not believe in Christ consciousness. Okay, I say that if you knew what you were thinking was not as the way you were told, you would look at it a little bit more deeper than you would just accepting, okay? And you only accepted because the people before you didn't have Google or the internet, and they just accepted stuff too, okay? They had no, this is the greatest time, let me say this is the greatest, let me say this for the first time to you, but again in my life for a million times. The greatest time in the world to be alive. If you don't know something, you could easily look it up. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go into a college. That college might have that catalog online if if you can find the right file. So take your time. Take your time. Okay? Don't work too hard.